Ray diagram for a convex mirror. Okay, if we look here at our diagram, we still have our hard surface on this side and our reflective surface on that side, but our mirror is facing or is built a different way. Now it looks like the outside of a ball is what's being reflective. And it's important to note here that the focal point and the center of curvature are both inside the mirror, okay? So our ray diagrams are going to look a little different because of that. So as usual though, our first ray comes off the object parallel to the principal axis. And it's going to bounce back through the focal point. All right, it bounces this way. But for our intents and purposes, again, I'm going to draw the pretend reflective rays. So it bounces off this way and then off the mirror. Our second ray is going to come from the top of the object through the focal point. So it hits the mirror there, travels towards the mirror, hits it there, and then bounces off of the mirror parallel to the principal axis. And then again, I'm going to draw our imaginary reflected rays. So finally then, for our third ray, again, we're going to use the top of the object, but it's going to go through the center of curvature. Okay, so we go from, hang on, let's line this up perfectly. It goes from the top, so it hits the mirror and bounces straight off again. And then we're going to draw our reflected rays, our imaginary reflected rays, all the way back to the center of curvature. So if you look then, all three of our imaginary reflected rays intersect right there, right here. So we're going to draw our image back here. Okay. So we look at the location of our image, and it's going to be behind the mirror. We're going to look at the orientation of our image, and because it's facing in the same direction as our object, we're going to say that it's upright. Because they're both pointing up. The size of the object, or sorry, the size of the image, we're going to compare the image to the object, and clearly it is much smaller. And the type of image, we're going to look, do the reflected rays intersect? Nope, clearly they don't. But our imaginary reflected rays seem to intersect behind the mirror, so we're going to have a virtual image. So if we're standing over here looking at this image, or this object, it's going to look like this object is smaller than it actually is, and that it's inside or behind the mirror. So that's our ray diagram for a convex mirror.